Qualified, professional, and compassionate doctors talking real solutions to real health problems.
That time on your game, right behind. Now, when this one has moved, these two started moving into this space. Now, food sticks between here and food sticks between here. The other issue is she also has what we talked about, biting in not a normal way. Here, so they just stopped growing, and yet the upper jaw was growing. So you open mama, you can see even here now. So you cannot tell me by a mere mouthwash, when you have not removed this food and cemented and closed that cavity, that the bad breath can go away. So it's not a matter of a mouthwash. It's the most important thing is one, in this mouth, the most important thing is fill these cavities. 2, bite mama, bite the back teeth, change the way she bites. 3, stop these movements. It's the braces that can redeem more, because here this tooth can be moved here, this can be moved to correct this can be moved to close this, you can correct this, and then eventually fill the teeth, maybe do root canals. Most people make a mistake when they get out of bed, they brush, then they go and eat breakfast. I want you to change. When you wake up in the morning, scrape your tongue, then go eat breakfast. After you eat breakfast, then you go and brush. Remember to always brush your teeth before you go to bed, because that is the most important time to brush. Have you understood? Hindu got an extraction when she was still young. She was around 7 or 8 years. Having had the extraction, teeth moved, food started sticking between, and when food started sticking between, now she started failing to eat on one side. When she started failing to eat on one side, she was eating on the side she was eating, food started, she got carious lesions on that side. So, despite that, he also got an accident when she was young. So the upper jaw somehow did not grow at the same rate as the lower jaw. Because of that, she has an underbite. Now, when you eat in the wrong way, in most cases, food sticks in your teeth, and you're more prone to have halitosis. So, what is the solution for Hindu? She will need braces in the future to correct those the anomalies, and also work on the cavities, the teeth with holes, so that to avoid bad breath. So, really, Hindu has a big journey to avoid bad breath.
You are watching the Doctalk show.
In today's world, people are obsessed about the perfect everything. having the perfect body, the perfect hair, the perfect abs, and the perfect physique. But what good is all of this when, for example, if you go on a date and you say hello to the partner you're talking to, and the best they can do is slightly, withdraw. I guess you know what we're talking about today. We're talking about dental hygiene and bad breath. And with me in studio, we're pleased to host two dentists from Dino Dental Kampala to tell us more about bad breath, or what in medical terms is called halitosis. On my far right, we have Dr. Chironde Robert and Dr. Kwagala Trevor, also from Dino Dental Kampala. Most welcome to the show, Dr.
Thank you.
And I'm your host for the evening, Dr. Darius Wati. So let's dive into this very common problem. We consider it more of a social emergency, if you know what I mean, this issue of bad breath. So Dr. Chironde, kick us off. This dental issue of bad breath. Why do people get bad breath?
Before we start talking about why do people get bad breath, let's first look at the impact of having bad breath.
Yes,
so
sir.
at one point in time, I got bad breath. So anybody can have bad breath at any one point in time.
1 in 4 people has bad breath.
So it is this common. It's such a common problem, and it's you can consider it an emergency in social circumstances.
Yes.
But why is it so? Why is it such a common thing?
Now it's common, but I want to dig deeper. I want to dig deeper in its impact on human beings.
All right.
Now the animal in a woman. Let's begin with the animal in the man. If a woman has bad breath, the animal in the man will say, "This person is dirty. This person is not going to clean me up. This person is not going to organize me." So generally,
the man
that
will
is
think that of the woman.
yes. That is why it is natural for a man to move away from a woman who has bad breath. Now, when it goes to the woman, the animal in the, you will see. Let's take the example, the lioness. The lion will go mark the territory. It marks the territory with pissing around. Now, the females will come and look for the strong males using the smell. Now, the same applies to the human beings. When people are in those four-roomed place, the woman will reach a time when she will begin looking for the strong male. When she will start looking for the strong male. And when she starts looking for the strong male and the bad breath comes in, she will generally be turned off. So you shouldn't blame your partner who walked away because you had bad breath. Somebody will walk away. I walked away one point in time and I got scared for my wife to run away. Why?
And it's quite an embarrassing situation.
Yes.
When someone is told, "Oh my God, you have bad breath," and they'll be like, "Okay, so what do I do? Is that covering the mouth? Is that hiding yourself?
Yes.
So, Trevor, do you want to start us off on this bad breath situation?
Well,
How does it come about?
I wish I knew where to start. I mean, I think it started as old as mankind itself. I'm sure Adam and Eve might have had issues with bad breath. But,
We don't know, but anyway.
well, we don't know. What we do know is why people of today, people of the 21st century, have bad breath. It can be because of things related to the mouth. Okay? It can be because of things related to the rest of the body, excluding the mouth. So that starts all the way from the nose, the throat, the stomach, the kidneys, the lungs, all that. But it can also be because of habits.
Like what kind of habits in this case?
Actually, habits are a big culprit in this thing. Mostly, well, our people here. Habits.
Yeah, let's begin on simple issues. Failure to take enough water.
Okay.
Just failure to take enough water.
Can cause bad breath. in that case.
When the body dries up, let's try to understand bad breath. The body is sending out a communication that something is inside is wrong.
Something inside the body is
Yes,
bad.
it doesn't have to be the mouth. It doesn't have to be the mouth alone. It can be the body. So failure to take enough water can send a message that, hey, you guy, I need a little more water. And it will manifest by bad breath.
Okay, interesting. How much water should we drink then to avoid bad breath?
I know you're asking this question
Hey.
because now you're thinking, how much water have I been drinking?
Yes,
Do I have
You're worried that
Some
you have
people
bad
say,
breath.
they wake up, they drink a cup of tea, they drink water for lunch, 1 cup. Is that
Yes.
enough?
You should take a number of liters. I would suggest that somebody should take at least, apart from tea, you should take a little, maybe 2 liters.
2
But how
liters
many
of-
of us take those 2 liters?
That's a good question. So apart from dehydration, Dr. Trevor, what
Even
other
keeping
habits?
quiet.
Exactly, even keeping quiet.
Keeping quiet makes you have bad
Yes.
breath.
Yeah.
How does
if you
that
think
happen?
about what is happening in your mouth when you're not talking, see, saliva is very important. Saliva helps to continuously clean the mouth. It continuously washes the mouth. The more you talk, the more I'm talking now, there's saliva being produced. People who don't talk, well, I think that's why no one wants to talk to them, because they do not talk. I mean, it just
it is
creates
because
that
the bad breath is
situation.
inside there.
I mean, that's one reason. I don't know the other reasons. But still, about habits, I think I would like smoking.
Any issue that dries your mouth will cause bad breath. So with smoking, there's a tendency of drying your mouth. And this goes to another culprit, alcohol-based mouthwashes. People have a tendency of running to the supermarket, getting any mouthwash because they've been told they have bad breath. And then they rinse with the alcohol-based mouthwash. Never, ever touch that mouthwash if you have a bad breath.
Why shouldn't they use Why should they use alcohol mouthwash?
Because, well, it dries the mouth. It has that effect of drying up the mouth. And that is going to contribute to that negative aroma coming out of your mouth, that negative scent.
Okay.
So when you're going to...
most of the mouthwash things in the market, are they alcohol based? How can they know?
Unfortunately, most of the mouthwashes on market have alcohol based. So
how can they tell?
So the
okay, this
viewers
has
should
alcohol?
go get the bottle, read. If you can't read, ask somebody to help you. Ask somebody to help you to read, through the... If it has alcohol, my dear, if you have bad breath, it will shoot up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we commonly see dentists prescribing these alcohol mouthwashes.
They are for different cases, maybe wounds. If somebody has
So
wounds.
now when they're treating the wounds, won't they increase the bad breath in the process? That is another problem to it.
For me, trust me, I rarely I rarely write mouthwashes. For me, I usually prescribe using bicarbonate of soda salt mixture mouthwash, which anybody can make at home, because that one, I'm sure the case of halitosis won't be there.
Okay. All right. So more about, are there any other causes of other habits people should watch out for before we go into the causes in the mouth and causes in the system?
Yeah, maybe we can just point out one more. The use of toothpicks. Toothpicks are very, very popular here. They're too popular. Surprisingly, we don't make them in our country, but well, maybe if we made them, they would be even more popular. But yes, the use of toothpicks contributes greatly to this problem. People do not understand that every time you force a stick in between your teeth, you're hurting your gum. Okay, there's a tiny piece of your gum just in between your teeth. Now, every time you force the toothpick inside there, you keep hurting it and you keep forming tiny, tiny depressions inside there. And the moment you have those small cavities or small areas, food compacts there.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we have bacteria in the mouth. The mouth is just a hub of bacteria. If they have food, they're going to use food and they're going to thrive and they're going to create this terrible, terrible scent.
Okay, so you're saying toothpicks, people shouldn't use toothpicks.
I'm saying people should never use toothpicks.
Because they can increase the bad breath when they cause those small holes in the gum.
Exactly, in layman's terms, yes, that is what I'm saying.
All right, so more about bad breath coming up after the break. If you have any questions to our dentist in studio, you can send them to our social media platforms on Facebook, on Twitter. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
You are watching the Doctalk Show.